Giuseppe Reibaldi is Director of Human Spaceflight at the International Academy of Astronauts. It's a pleasure to have you on the programme. Thank you. So this is China's 5th crewed mission to its space station. It's a big deal. How significant a milestone for China's space ambitions do you think this really is?
Well, it is a major milestone because it starts the nominal operation of the utilization of the station. These previous flights have been building the station, and now, as of this flight, it comes starting the routine operation, which basically will allow to use the time of the astronaut for scientific experiment, which is the main goal of the space station. So this is a major result.
You talk about those scientific experiments. What is this mission designed to achieve?
Well, this mission has a long suite of experiments. I'm not aware of all the details, but I know that they are doing experiments in science of physics as well as science of life. But the most important element is the fact that with the new spacecraft, this flight, as has been explained, has been able to reach the station in only 6.5 hours. This is really one of the records. There is only another system, which is the Russian system, which is allowed to reach basically the station so fast. So this again also gives an important sign of maturity of space technology in China with the new spacecraft, which will improve as the time goes by.
So the timing certainly stands out, but in terms of what makes this different from previous trips into orbit, what do you think the main challenges are going to be?
Well, as I said, the main challenge is a new spacecraft. So every time that you have something new in space, it's very challenging. I understand there are at least 100 changes between this spacecraft and the previous one. So everything can go wrong. Yeah, sure, and the fact that has been a flawless flight and everything has worked according to plan is quite important. Then, for the future, the astronaut will stay on board 6 months. So they will be using the space station as it has been built. And the Chinese space station has major important features compared to the National Space Station because it's new, it's brand new, and therefore is compact, and therefore will require much less time of the astronaut to operate. And this will allow more time for the experiment.
Now, the plan, the longer-term plan, is to go to the moon, I believe, by 2030. So what needs to happen for the Chinese space program for that goal to be reached?
Well, the Chinese space program has already achieved major milestone for technology required for human landing. There has been several robotic missions, including sample return mission a couple of years ago, which has demonstrated a number of key technology. However, when the humans are in the loop, there is a need to demonstrate some more technology, like heavy launcher. So China needs to develop and is developing a new launcher, which is able to carry a much higher load, which is required for the lunar mission. And there is a need to develop also a new spacecraft. We were talking about this spacecraft, but for going to the moon, you need a new spacecraft to go and come back, as well as to land on the moon. So there is, therefore, quite a number of technologies to develop, but China has already demonstrated quite many, and therefore 2030 seems a quite realistic goal for having a tachyonaut on the moon.
Giuseppe Reibaldi, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.